During our last talk 2 years ago, what was exhibited in the gallery was fish paintings, which in a way belong to a former group of works from you, almost a decade. And now here you have a Grim Reaper show that's part of what you call emo.
Yeah, everything was in me. I had these paintings in me. The only reason I change is it makes it more fun for me when I work, The fish is a challenging thing. When you do something repeatedly, it becomes a formal exercise. The fish is such a form that it fills up the canvas, and this is the same thing. This figure kind of comes out of the bottom of the canvas, and each painting is like a different little challenge, and not everybody will notice it, but I notice it. Like each one I do, I try a little something, and then, I use it to learn on another painting and another painting, and everything kind of starts like a personal joke for myself. Like I never imagined I could paint this image because it's an image from tattoos, or it's a cliche, but I liked this figure because same reason as the fish, it's anonymous. It could be anything, and there's a huge margin of error. I knew I didn't want these paintings to be about death or anything, and that was a big personal challenge, to try to take out all that energy and replace it with a more buoyant imagery that wouldn't make me depressed and make me feel like a dark person. And I look at these paintings and I love to watch other people look at them, and I see people really quickly understand that these paintings aren't about death. They're more about life, the brevity of life, the shortness of life, and how you have to appreciate the things around you. Not you, but me, like me. I have to appreciate the things around me. Like they were therapeutic paintings to make.
Another element is that it's the frame that you put around the paintings that, evoke some kind of more like almost folkloric or aspect of things.
I got this idea of the borders by reading about American history from the 1700s and 1800s, when we stopped being able to get the wallpaper from England and from Europe. We had to make it ourselves, so there would be itinerant people artists, they had stencils, and they would go from house to house, and they'd do your whole house, And I was reading for a year or so, and I started playing around with all that. And you can't see, but the sides of the paintings, I had always left it blank on the edges, because I didn't want to get paint on the edges when I moved the paintings. So I started taping the sides, putting tape, and I didn't have to worry about getting paint on the edges anymore. And then I had this strange white circle around the painting, and I was like, I have to put something there. It's such a trick, it's such a device that I know I have to let it go. So it's very satisfying, though. It is.
For us as well.
It takes the painting and just it puts it in a world, and it's very satisfying. It's going to be hard to lose.
I almost feel it's the other way around as the palm trees. Like the palm trees are happy subjects about kind of paradisiac places. And very often they have this extremely dark undertone, and which is a very dark subject, looks much happier. And also because your palette did change a lot with this subject matter. Colors have taken another role, I feel.
Well, here's why. In 2006, I bought, a lot of paint from one company, and the colors were different. And I ran out of that paint last year. It took 10 years to use that paint. And then I replaced it with a different company and different brand and different everything. And these are much more vibrant colors. The colors before were much earthier, green and brown and muted colors, not as much pure pigment, like much more synthetic colors. Painting's a real luxury. I mean, you can do it with a little sheet of paper too, but I don't know, painting feels really special, and it always has, because I know how hard making a canvas, it's the whole steps to get to that point. It's like skiing or something. I can't ski, but I would imagine all this stuff, you have to get the skis and get all dressed and wait for everybody, and then you have to wait and get in a car with your boots on and then go up this, wait in all the line and get up a hill, and then you get to go down. So like, that's kind of how I feel about painting. It's all this stuff, and then when you're finally there and it's night or morning or whatever, and you have all this cool stuff, it's the funnest part in the world. And I don't care if you make any, the mistakes or nothing matters, because it's the funnest thing I've ever done. Like being in a print shop, every time I'm in that print shop, in this show you can see I make these prints. They're technically prints, but it's really just painting.
But you like working with someone else as well on those
Yeah, oh yeah,
prints?
my friend is there, and I can go there and work for a few hours, and we laugh and do stuff and make a joke on me, a big joke on me. And it's very fresh, and I go back and work all night. Like, and it's a continuation. It helps to take all the tightness out. It's like taking a break from work and getting a massage. My paintings aren't super big. I don't want to take up a lot of wall space. I don't want to bombard anybody with anything, but I do like dissemination. I do like spreading my paintings around, and I like the idea that they're all over the place and that kids can see them. If I see someone not liking something, a lot of times I'll do that. I'm a contradictory type of person. You know, it's classic behavior. It's just, you see a bunch of people over there, so I go in a different building, or I go way far away from where everybody is, because I just assume there's enough people over there already, you know. And a lot of people want to go where all the people are, and I just don't like to be around. I just assume if there's a lot of people somewhere, then that's okay. I can go somewhere else. It's kind of uncomfortable, actually, to feel like that, and it makes me insecure. But if I feel confident, I know I'm about to get smacked. You know, if I ever feel happy or confident about anything, I know I'm about to get smacked, or something bad's gonna happen. So I'm scared, you know. I think fear is a good thing. I think fear is not, it's important to have fear. If you're gonna
survival, you can't survive.
Yeah, if people who aren't afraid, or, I mean, maybe fear is not the right word, it's just, it's reticence to engage. Like, I don't know. Everyone always says I'm too emotional, and rather than say, I'm not emotional, which is what they want you to say, because they can be like, see, you're so emotional. I just embrace it, like, fuck yeah, I'm totally emo. I am. I mean, we all are. We're all emo. I mean, that's the nature of an animal, where animals are emotional. They're scared, they're happy, they're careless. Or I like the way that word sounds. It sounds sharp. I felt like that word was always around in my life, and I was thinking of titles for my show in New York, and I thought of something jungle. Like, I had all this stuff for jungle, and then I thought emotional jungle, and that was too many syllables, so I said emo jungle. Unfortunately, I can't title everything emo forever, but I would like to do another show called Emo Forever. Emo Forever would be a good show. But Finding Emo, the title is just for, I'm still trying to find, I mean, I think everyone should find emo. I mean, I'm an extrovert with art and an introvert in life, so yeah, fuck yeah, I'm emotional. Fuck yeah. But everybody is.